Hey guys, it's KJ from the Scariest Movie Ever channel on YouTube. And I've been looking into strange things for a long time now. Almost 10 years I've been looking into the most bizarre news I can find, strange stories, and I try to make sense of it. And after a while, the longer you look into this kind of stuff, you'll kind of hit a point where you're desensitized. For many years I've been at a place where really nothing shocks me anymore. I keep an open mind on most things, so I'm willing to kind of look into everything. And again, in doing so, I've seen so much stuff out there that's just so crazy and wild that I just hit a point where nothing can really affect me anymore. And that's why I really wanted to make this video. I just watched some video footage today, and it was shot just a few weeks ago, and it really blew me away. And not in a good way. It was truly one of the most shocking videos I've ever seen. What you're looking at here is an 8-year-old child. It's a little boy. And this is him in drag. He's also a drag queen, and his drag name is Lactatia. He filmed an interview right outside a drag show that he took part in. The video in question is him actually performing in a drag show surrounded by adults. And it's that video in question that really shocked all of my senses. And this is why I wanted to title this video, "The Video That Made God Cry." Because what we're looking at here is the almost end game of all of this gender fluidity, the LGBTQIA madness, and everything else in between. This is exactly what people have been telling us for years was going to happen. They called it the slippery slope. The more society allows one thing, the more it has to allow the next, and on and on and on. And our society has been on a very slippery slope for quite a while now, but it's increasing. The ultimate end game of all of this stuff is going to be child sexuality. We're already seeing a lot of examples of this coming out in the media, in all kinds of ways. It's in the news all the time. Pizzagate is one thing, of course, but we're seeing a lot of major child pedophile traffickers getting caught, and a lot of these things being exposed right now. And more through the Hollywood machine, we're seeing these agendas being pushed as well. A softening of titles when it comes to sexuality. Cultural Marxism as well. There was also some very interesting symbolism that took place during this drag show, and that's what I want to show you here in just a moment. So I'll be leaving a link below to this entire video. These are the kind of things I no longer upload to YouTube because eventually they get copyright strikes or they just get blocked. But I placed the full video on my website. There's no ads there. It's free to watch, so please go check this out for yourself. Because here's a portion of the video right here during the show. As you can see, this is an adult drag queen that's talking to the 8-year-old child drag queen. And at one point, the adult actually says that the little boy is effing adorable, but it gets much worse. Because at another point, this adult drag queen, this man dressed up as a woman, tells this 8-year-old boy that's dressed up like a little girl that he wishes he wasn't a child. And you can take away from that whatever you need to. But I think it was incredibly inappropriate. So again, you need to see this for yourself, but I want to cover some symbolism here as well. So this right here is an image from the walkway during the drag show. And again, this is the 8-year-old little boy dressed up in drag. And look at the award that they gave this child. That's a star, of course, with the point down. The award they gave this child is the upside down star, or the Baphomet. Now here's one representation of that, once again the upside down star, the Baphomet. But there's more. Because the Baphomet is also transsexual. The Baphomet is also part man, part woman. And that's what this whole agenda is all about. And if you doubt me, there's another image I want to show you here that'll make it much more clear. Just over the last year or so, these stories have been coming up all over the place in the mainstream. How the Satanic Temple has been creating different statues of the Baphomet, surrounded by these two children, side by side. And here's another one of the statues of the Baphomet, once again with the children. Ultimately, this is all about the destruction of purity, the destruction of innocence. And this right here was from an unveiling party for another one of these statues that took place in Detroit. Once again, we have the Baphomet and we have the children. Which brings us back to the Baphomet and the children. This beast system is always after the children. It's after that purity. It's after that innocence. You can also look back through history at how many wicked tyrants would always make sure they had the minds of the children. That was always one of the first things they did, as they went after the children. There's a book from William Shire called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. And there's a really interesting quote in there from Hitler. And at one point Hitler said, "When an opponent declares, 'I will not come over to your side,' I calmly say, 'Your child belongs to us already. What are you? You will pass on. Your descendants, however, now stand in the new camp with us. In a short time they will know nothing else but this new community. This new Reich will give its youth to no one, but will itself take youth and give to youth its own education and its own upbringing." So again, that's just one example, but guys, once again, it's always about the children. And we're nearing the end of that slippery slope. I have no doubt they're going to want to try to give children the right to have sex with who they want to. We're truly living in an age of anything goes. So anyway, I really want you to see this video for yourself. Once again, I'll leave a link below. To me, it was just as sad as it was shocking. It's unbelievable we're at this point. So thanks for checking out the video. Take care out there, guys, alright? Till next time, I'll talk to you a little later.